back to another video and welcome to a day where we are trying to get some things cleaned up here at the shop. Been a few videos since we've been up here, and in real life, real time, off the camera, it has been a minute since I've been up here. 2 weeks ago, I was in the Outer Banks. 3 weeks ago, we were moving houses. Last week, we were doing a construction project at the house, and there were a lot of things going on here while I was away. Jake was working on tearing down the F-250, which you guys can see we got cleaned, sitting outside now. I've been daily driving that truck for a little while, and it was just absolutely filthy, and I felt really bad as it sits and waits to get its mods back from Sean in a dirty state. I just felt like that wasn't acceptable. It was like really bothering me. And speaking of getting things cleaned, that's pretty much what I did today. Now it might still look like a little bit of a mess because this rack back here is just a collection point, but let's disregard that. We've got everything kind of in its respective areas where it needs to be. There were tools that were just disheveled. They were all over the place. We had the Loco canopies popped up in here for a little while, which was awesome, but I had to put that thing away because we are kind of somewhat limited on space. We got things tidied up over in the corner here. We got the tires waiting for dog number 2, which we'll be launching here very, very soon. I can't wait to tell you guys a little bit more about that. We've got some parts here hanging out for the F-250. We got to pull these headlights apart at some given point in time, so that's kind of why they're sitting on the operating table. Headlight parts are actually in for these headlights. They are going to get built by us, and Sean is going to do all the painting. We've got our nice, fresh, and new bead lockers for dog number 2. As you guys can see, these things are absolutely sick. They will be going on the wheels when they arrive, which is kind of why the tires are just sitting over in the corner. We are waiting on arrival of the wheels. We are really excited about getting that whole project up and going. There was just boxes and assorted crap everywhere. I really went through and cleaned. I swept. I even organized the tool cabinet. And guys, I just feel good. Trucks are clean, both now the Denali and the Ford. Man, we are really winning in my book today. It was a little bit of a casual day that I really didn't plan on filming all that much, honestly. It was kind of just one of those days where I was gonna try and get some things tidied up so that way I didn't feel like my life was in complete shambles. But we actually ended up getting a delivery while I was back at the house eating lunch, and that incentivized me in and of itself to grab my camera to film with you guys because I am beyond excited about what we just took delivery of today. So we've got our new tires in for the F-250 build, and these tires, guys, are something near and dear and extremely special in my book. And I am beyond excited about what I am laying my hand on top of right now. This is long awaited, long overdue, and I cannot believe today is finally the day because I have been talking about this day for a very long time. Dating 4 years back, I had talked about my love and infatuation for the 355 and the 375 lineup, and finally, Toyo has released its version of that exact same tire, and we've got a set right there. I'm gonna pull these things here down in just a second, but I wanted to let y'all know that it was extremely difficult to find those tires right there because it was only but a few weeks ago that they had actually launched them. I'm not trying to take credit for the fact that Nitto now offers a 375 40/24, but I kind of want to take a little bit of credit for it because I have been hounding Toyo about making their version of the Toyo MT in what is kind of like a metric size for a few years. So Toyo, if you're tuning into my channel from time to time, you guys are very welcome. I mean, finally you listened, but why the hell didn't you make a 355? Obviously, you gotta grab some Q-tips. I know it's not recommended, but clean your ears out because you're missing out on a massive, massive market. I mean, look at how good they look, guys. You need your own version of them too, but you're halfway there, so I'll give you that. Let's get these bad boys unloaded, guys. I can't wait to show them to you. They are freaking awesome looking, and they are wide. Like, I'm talking girthy girls. You guys actually have no idea how excited I am for this very moment. I swear I've waited for this day for like 4 years. Over to Martin's Powder Coating because they did just finish up everything that they've had over the last week for our dog number 2 Jeep, and I want to get that stuff back so we can get that thing assembled and debuted to all of you as soon as possible. So we actually kind of dropped everything, and we picked up some even more valuable cargo. We got the wife chilling back there looking fantastic as always, and then we got the little man who's looking backwards. He's just chilling.
That's what's safe for you.
How's he doing back there, babe?
He's smiling. Say hi, baby. Say hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Do you want your Winky? Oh, you're so cute. Show everyone how cute you are. Oh, you are putting on a show.
So we got the whole family and we're taking them out to Ephrata. We're gonna grab some dinner afterwards, but we wanted to pick up the parts and we were going to drop off all the Kelderman stuff that we went over in the last video. All that's since been sitting out in the back of the truck. Fortunately, didn't acquire too much rust, but we'll need to get sandblasted and cleaned up before it actually gets powder coated anyway, so it really doesn't matter all that much. Kind of nice when things work out this way where we can do like a 2-for-1 deal, drop parts off, pick parts up, and just keep the whole process going. Now, this is actually the first time I've hooked my iPhone up to this big screen, and just an FYI, I didn't know this, but you can split Apple CarPlay and your climate however it is that you want if you decide to do so. And I just updated to iOS 14. It looks like Apple CarPlay looks a little different. It's like darker. Maybe that's the background from my phone right now or something. I'm not really honestly all that sure. It does look kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's decent. At the end of the day, as long as it gets us to where we need to go in a timely fashion, that's really all that matters. You guys can get a small sneak peek as to the parts that I've been talking about that are gonna be going on the Jeep Wrangler. Look at those things right there. Looking so sick. We got aftermarket bumpers. That's just a small little teaser, and those right there. Yeah, those are the wheels. I can't show you guys anything else right now, but believe me, dog number 2 is one capable SOB. Huge shout out, as always, to our friends over here at Martin's Powder Coating. They do great work, and they really brought so much character to the Jeep parts. As you can see, we got that snub nose bumper / bruiser bar in the front of that thing. Guys, I'm telling you, you are not gonna wanna miss this Jeep reveal. I am so excited about it. And of course, we've got the 5th gen. It almost looks like the wheels are somewhat gray right now because of the amount of dust on this thing, but I'm not even gonna lie, it looks clean though. Hey brother, it's a pleasure, thank you. Man, guys, my wife is the absolute best. We gave her a full 5-gallon bucket full of dirty microfibers here that we've just been stacking up from the shop, and she went as far as double washing them so they smell literally better than new, like freshly washed laundry, and she even went as far as folding them up for us. Babe, you are the best. I don't know what I would do without you. Seriously, having my wife, I don't know what I would do without her. Sometimes I genuinely feel like I would misplace my head if it wasn't connected to my shoulders, and my phone if she didn't remind me that there was a locator on my Apple Watch. She's straight up like my guiding rails. But anyway, we're back at the shop now. I'm sorry about that abrupt disruption from the reveal to picking up that stuff, but I did just want to show you guys something real quick. We went out and got Poison Spider bumpers front and rear for the Jeep. We've got stubby fronts. That's a 2-piece front bumper. There's kind of like the brush guard on the bottom. Then we have the bruiser bar up on the front, or brush bar, bash bar, whatever it is that you want to call it. I kind of like the bruiser bar. That's what I've been referring to it as. Then we've got the Poison Spider rear bumper. These actually came in kind of like a gloss style finish, and I wanted to get them finished off in what is more of like a wrinkle black style finish to give it a little bit of a texture to match some other parts that we are going to be putting on it. Plus, we have a worn winch, and well, you can see the 37s are no longer in here because yes, our wheels and tires are finally going to be put together with some of those bead lockers that have been sitting over here on the table for a little while. I am stoked to see this project come together. You guys have absolutely no idea. And short of the long is, I can't wait to make videos with this thing, especially up at my homestead, because there are big rocks up there, and well, they're just kind of begging for some attention if you catch my drift. Let's get back to the 375, 45, 24s that we're gonna be putting on the Super Duty. It's actually a nice little shot here. Let's see what they look like next to this thing. These things are freaking huge. They look so sick. I love this Toyo tread pattern. I don't even know if it's gonna fit in this space here. Oh man, that one's just meant to be. I love when things work out that way. All right, this is my first time seeing the tires up next to the truck too. Wow, look at that, dudes. Talk about meaty and mean. Guys, what do you think? If you're liking what you're seeing as a small foreshadow of the direction that the Super Duty is going in, you definitely have to smash that thumbs up button on this video right now. I almost wish that I could just fast forward in time from this point right now to getting the wheels, to getting the lift kit installed, everything back from paint, everything back from powder coat, just to see this thing in its completed state. But we have arguably reached one of the best parts in the build, and that's where all the parts are starting to come together. and we're starting to play those scenarios through our mind of what it is that our finished product is going to look like. One of the coolest things that I'm just envisioning is watching this truck go down and up on that tire setup filled up with a nice 24. So now that brings us to the wheels. Yes, we're going 24s on this truck, which is kind of obvious because we have a tire that fits a 24-inch wheel. So without further ado, I'm excited to announce we will be working with specialty forged wheels on this build right here. And I wanted to kind of take a minute to explain a little bit more into that rather than just letting you guys know that we're getting a set of specialties and we're calling it a day. So if you guys can recall, we've only had one truck in the history of this channel ever that had specialty forged wheels on it, and that was Dream Diesel giveaway number 8. There was a set of 24x12s. We put them on the 38 Country Hunter MTs, also happened to be a black truck, which was kind of cool, but I did not buy those directly from specialty forged, rather I went through a distributor, whereas this time around, guys, we are gonna be going directly through the manufacturer and the source themselves. So I kind of wanted to take a minute just to talk about specialty forged, because a lot of you, especially involved in the truck space, if you own a diesel truck right now, you're into forged wheels, whatever the case might be, you might have seen some things arise over the early parts of 2020 that really didn't make specialty forged seem all that well put together, if you will. There were some grumblings about them not doing things right with the customer, and there are some other just issues that were going on inside the company that were unfortunately impacting the end customer, which is us, the enthusiasts, right? Well, just like any business, sometimes things get a little bit out of control with people, and that's exactly kind of what specialty forged was dealing with. And on top of that, they were actually having machining done by a third party that they really didn't have all that much control over. Unfortunately, in a scenario like that where you're depending on others to do manufacturing, there can be interests that sometimes take priority that aren't in the interest of the business, such as specialty forged. So they've since made a lot of changes. Willie is the owner, and a great friend of mine, Alessandro, actually works at specialty forged now. I've known him from the days of working at American Force, and yo, guys, Jake is calling me right now, and the first time that I've heard from him since his Colorado trip. Let's see how it went. Holy shit, he lives.
Hello?
Oh my God, dude. I was going through withdrawal there for a little while, man.
Dude, tell me about it. I just started getting the shakes in the mountains. I was like, oh my God, where's my friend?
I'm so happy to hear your voice, dude. It's been legitimately like a full week almost.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to know, do you have an elk?
Negative. We have no elk, unfortunately.
No elk?
No elk. We only saw 3. We have a feeling that it was pretty pressured the week before because they weren't responding to calls or anything.
Oh, all right. Oh, I'm sorry, but did you have a good time? You still seem pretty cheery.
Oh yeah, dude, it was gorgeous up there. I mean, we saw elk. It's just one snuck up on us while we were pretty much with our pants around our ankles, and then the other 2, they're so smart up there. If they see you or smell you, they're out to the next ridge, which could be a freaking 5-mile hike for a human.
Oh my God.
So yeah, they're shifty. It's not like hunting deer, dude. It's a whole different animal.
Wow, well, thanks for calling, man. I've been freaking thinking about you.
Yeah, thanks for thinking about me, man. How's the ranch going?
Everything is going good. I destroyed my whole front yard last weekend. Oh man, it was good to catch up from Jake. Guys, I have not, like I had said, heard from him at all over the last 7 days that he was out straight up adventuring the wilderness of Colorado. Unfortunately, he didn't get an elk. It would have been really cool if he was bringing me back an elk steak. Jake, I'm a little freaking disappointed in you. Nah, I'm only kidding. It was awesome. He had a great experience though, and he's getting back right in time for hunting season here in Pennsylvania, as I believe actually some of the WMUs open up this weekend. Unfortunately, mine doesn't. It starts the beginning of October. I'm itching. So anyway, I wanted to get back to specialty forged. I know I'm kind of ranting right now and just going on and on. It's under very good ownership now, and I'm really excited about working with the team there. They produce some really bad wheels, and we are doing something unlike we've ever done for this truck right here that will actually kind of help to correspond with the coating color that we're putting on all that Kelderman Air Ride stuff. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and I can't wait. I am so excited for this one right here, guys, because this truck is straight up just gonna be on an entirely new level. Not only for what we're building and kind of the caliber of the builds of this channel, but also for what we're going to be able to achieve here at the shop and taking on an installation like that. It's going to be very in-depth, and I can't wait to take every single one of you through that entire process. But getting back to the wheels and tires, these things are gonna look absolutely killer. We're staged up next to, I think these are 295s, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, 325/50 22s, which comes in at, I think, like like about a 35, and you can see our 375/40s sit about an inch taller than that. So these 375/40s equate to roughly a 36 high by 15.5 wide. 15.5 inches wide, and it's going to get us a very square sidewall look, just like we have on my Denali. You've been following this channel for a while, you know nothing other than I love the 355s. They are one of my favorite tires that has ever been made in this entire space because they give such a squared off bulldog look. They just look absolutely stunning in my opinion. So when I saw Toyo finally, literally only but a few weeks ago, released something equivalent to kind of that squared off style, I had to immediately jump on it, and that's why I decided to pick them for this truck right here, because we're gonna be able to lower this thing down, not like way down, but basically to where it is right now on those wheels and tires, and today they would never in a million years clear, and then we could just air it up to what our desired ride height will be, I don't know, which will probably be like 4 or 5 inches, something like that. We'll be able to drive full turn radius, but then you'll be able to park it, air it down, or even air the back down the hook up to a gooseneck trailer that does have a gooseneck hitch on the back. So there's just a lot of really cool benefits that this truck will offer, and I'm so excited about it. But to any of the Toyo executives or managers or even employees that are watching this video right now, please guys, consider making a 355/40. I personally prefer, and I know this is gonna be crazy, I personally prefer the look of the Toyo MT over the Nitto MT. I think the Nittos look really good, and I probably say that only because you always want what you can't have, right? And I love the look of the Toyos. We've got them on the wife's Jeep. We're putting them on dog number 2, and we've got them on this truck right here, and those are the only sets that I've ever had. I've never been able to put them on any of my other trucks because they only offer your standard 33 12.5, 35 12.5, and then they go up to like a 37. I think they offer that in a 12.5 and a 13.5 wide, and then they go up to like a 38, which you can get a 15.5, but that's just way too large for what I like to do, which is kind of that clean balance of tire, lift, and wheel. Yo, dudes, how sick are these things? Holy crap, I'm so hype on these right now. I'm feeling so excited to see the result of our powder coating come together for dog number 2, to the point that I just couldn't wait to share it on the Doors Off Supply Company YouTube channel. You have no idea how excited I am about what dog number 2 is to the brand and is to what my ideal representation of a Jeep Wrangler really is. We decided to do something drastically different than what was the suitable Sahara, nice conservative lift setup, nice wheels and tires, and a great daily driver. We decided to really emphasize the demand for daily driven Jeeps in a lot of different ways. It might involve taller gears, it might involve reinforced front and rear axles, it might involve onboard air, it might involve bead locker 37-13.5s, it might involve stubby bumpers, it might involve worn winches, it might involve rigid light bars, it might involve rigid light pods, it might involve the ability to connect and disconnect your front sway bar. It might involve the ability to basically climb over anything and look freaking amazing while doing it. Dog number 2 will be launching here very, very soon. We are literally just probably about a week out. There are a few more details that need to be arranged as of when I'm filming this video versus when you guys are seeing it, but we are so close. I can taste it, and it is going to be epic. So guys, go follow those channels. Go follow Doors Off Supply Company on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I picked this stuff up and I couldn't not share it. Martin's powder coating again coated our bumpers to get us that nice wrinkle black finish, and they also powder coated our very, very, very much fingerprinted gloss black bead lockers and wheels to give us this killer combo. We were obviously handling these things, loading them up and everything like that, but they look fantastic. Like I had mentioned, a Toyo Open Country 37-13.5 on a 17-inch true bead locker. You take these bolts off and that bead lock puck would fly up through the roof. I mean, it wouldn't, obviously, because it's aluminum, but you guys catch my drift. There's 120 bolts in total on all 5 of these wheels and tires, which is absolutely unbelievable. And we went with a really nice zinc style finish to give these things some contrast definition. There's nothing more badass, in my opinion, than a true bead locker setup just like this. You know, you might be saying to yourself, Jack, I'm on to you right now, dude. I get it. I see what you're doing. Congratulations. You got a tire sponsorship from Toyo. Well, I actually didn't at all. That would be really cool if I did, but I kind of have to disclose those kind of things legally to, well, satisfy people that make laws about stuff and things. So yeah, it's not sponsored whatsoever, but like I said, Toyo, if you're watching this video, I'd be happy to do something. I got a lot of Nittos that could be switched. Well, you need a 355 first. I know I keep saying that, but I hope you're listening. Take some notes. Everyone will thank you. Believe me. Your bottom line will thank you. So anyway, guys, that's where we're gonna wrap up this video. Thanks so much for hanging tight. We got a lot of really exciting, big information disclosed on today's video. Big things coming for this one right here. Still lots of work to be done. And of course, we've got Dream Diesel giveaway number 13, which is right around the corner, which I can't wait to debut for you guys. Believe me when I tell you, you are not going to want to miss it. It is something that genuinely is on an entirely new level. The best part is not a single one of you see it coming.